These helicopters from the Coast Guard Air Station, Atlantic City, New Jersey. The MH-65C is the backbone of the United States Coast Guard Aviation and carries with it a highly distinguished service history spanning nearly 30 years. Our crew aboard the aircraft today, our lead aircraft, is under the command of pilot Commander Peter Broder from Jefferson, Ohio. The pilot is Lieutenant John Walters from Norfolk, Virginia. Flight mechanic AMT-2 Jason Pitaro from Morris Plains, New Jersey. Our rescue swimmer aboard, our two rescue swimmers, our AST-3 Jason Flint from Metter in Georgia, and rescue swimmer AST-3 Jake Tottle from Lewes in Delaware. Our wing aircraft, as they come to a hover directly in front of you, is under the command of Captain Nicholas Bartola from Hopage in New Jersey, and Lieutenant Frank Frisco is in the left seat, also from Hopage. The flight mechanic, AE-2 Ron Gaskill, is from Ventnor, New Jersey, and our rescue swimmers, AST-3 Jason Dahl from Midland, Michigan, and rescue swimmer AST-3 Caleb Flippin from Linden in Tennessee.
Sorry about this.
Nationally, about 8 out of 10 boaters who drown in U.S. waters were not wearing life jackets. Countless boaters' lives could be saved if boaters would wear their life jackets. When things go bad on the water, things happen fast. And the Coast Guard is there to answer the call for help. As you heard before, each one of these helicopters carries 2 swimmers. And what's the water like out there right now, Pinky?
I would say the temperature has to be at 66, 68 degrees because of the offshore winds to blow that warm water out. If the winds reverse, then we get the warmer waters that are out deep that have had the sun that's been working on them to bring them in. So I'd say it's got to be in the upper 60s today compared to what we've had in recent weeks and
They have found their target out there, the search target, and it's the teamwork of the boat crew, the pilots, the rescue swimmers, and the flight mechanic or hoist operator that make possible the amazing rescues that Coast Guard is famous for. The swimmers actually jump from the helicopter from an altitude of about 30 feet. If the situation is too dangerous to jump, the swimmer is lowered with the helicopter's hoist.
I'm sorry to correct myself, but it is. I've just been told the ocean is 72 degrees, which is a lot nicer than being in the 60s. So that's the average we get here at the summertime. Although we've had days where it's touched 80, we've had very few where it's been down in the 60s, and today it's 72
Look at that.
degrees.
You know, if I've gone upside down in a boat, I wouldn't mind being rescued from a warm bathtub. And that's pretty much what it's like out there right now.
Well, whether it's warm or cold, they just appreciate what these Coast Guards do. We unfortunately cannot even see them. They're down below what we can see. Here they come. They're now starting to raise, but we couldn't see as they hovered. The fact that they hover, to me, is amazing.
Yeah, these guys are the Coast Guard.
No matter what the
These are HH-65 Dolphins choppers, and they're doing a search and rescue.
This is done by a combination of technique and skill of the pilots, and also an advanced Fairchild radar, which allows them to compensate for the winds. You'll notice both helicopters are actually tilted toward their right-hand side to compensate for the winds that are blowing the helicoptering round, allowing them to remain exactly stationary over a position in the water.
And I can see the one has somebody that has been just picked up, they're lowering it right now. They're lowering the buoy for them to pick up. We lose sight of it because they're down below the sight line we have between the high dunes and the chalets in front of us. We cannot see the actual helicopters doing what they're doing.
Sorry.
Actually, as I understand it, the people being rescued are not in the water, but they're actually rescuing people from the chalet. I believe that's what's going on.
Yeah.
The swimmers have been lowered to the water, and once the swimmer's in the water, the helicopter is moved back to bring the swimmer and survivor back in view of the pilot. Nearly all hoists are completed with the pilot actually unable to see the survivor or the swimmer. It's the maneuvering commands from the hoist hoist operated to the pilot that enable the pilot to maintain a stable hover. These aircraft capable of operating up to 300 miles out to sea, and many, many long-range rescues have been accomplished by this mighty combination. You'll notice now that they are pulling up the rescue swimmers on the hoist. Now I'm looking to see if they're actually pulling them up or lowering them down. Looks like they're being lowered down right now on the hoists. The swimmers are highly trained Coast Guard members capable of overcoming grueling conditions. As they enter the water, they'll be approaching the survivor to prevent them from drowning and preparing them for hoisting back up to the helicopter. The most common method of recovering the survivor is with a rescue basket, into which they will load the survivor, and it will be thumbs up and hoisting back into the helicopter.
Sorry, but our next guy's coming up.
Gordon, it's amazing to me. I don't know, when you see the television and you see what they've done with picking up those who go out and get the big crabs, and you've seen them out in these horrible windy conditions with rain and wind and the waves breaking up all over the place. They jump down and grab their people. That to me is an amazing feat.
One of the messages that the Coast Guard would like us to transmit to you is, if you are a recreational boater, make sure you're wearing your life jacket out there. Things can go wrong very, very quickly, and with a life jacket